It's 12:47 a.m. You're in bed, lights off, phone on 2%, and your brain is doing that thing again. You're not scrolling for fun. You're doing mental math. How much do I have in savings? How much do I owe? If I invest $200 a month, will I ever actually retire? Or am I just doomed to work forever? And here's the part that makes your stomach drop. You're trying to invest while carrying high-interest debt. That's like filling a bucket with a giant hole in the bottom. Or worse, it's like running a marathon with a backpack full of rocks and then wondering why you're exhausted at mile 2. You're putting money into the market with one hand while the credit card company is siphoning it out with the other at 22% interest like a vampire with direct deposit. If that's you, you're not lazy. You're not bad with money. You're just doing things in the wrong order. And today, I'm going to fix that. Hi, I'm Alex from Math Millions, and I spend an unhealthy amount of time analyzing money, wealth patterns, and why some people seem to effortlessly build fortunes while others stay stuck wondering where their paycheck disappeared to. And if you stay to the end, you'll know the smartest order to invest your money, the exact sequence that stops you from spinning your wheels and starts building real wealth. Also, quick favor, subscribe right now, because this channel is basically boring money moves that quietly make you rich, and your future self is going to want more of this. Most people invest like they're building a house by starting with the chandelier. They think wealth is linear. First, I pick the perfect stock, then I get rich. So they skip straight to the fun stuff, individual stocks, crypto, options, whatever their coworker is up 300% on this month. And it feels productive until reality shows up and punches you in the throat. Because the truth is, most people fail because investing is hard. They fail because they skip the boring foundation. And yes, this is the part no one wants to hear. Boring is beautiful. If you want the exciting gains, you first need the unsexy system that makes those gains actually stick. So here's the order, the math first order. The one that prevents financial suicide in slow motion. Step 1. The Starter Emergency Fund, $1,000 psychological safety net. Before you invest a single dollar in anything, you save $1,000, fast. Not $10,000, not 6 months of expenses, just $1,000. Why? Because this is not about being fully protected, this is about having a psychological safety net. Because without it, every flat tire becomes a crisis, every unexpected bill becomes a credit card swipe, and every attempt at investing turns into sell everything because life happened. This $1,000 is you telling your nervous system we're not one tiny emergency away from chaos. Step 2. The employer match, literally free money. Next, if your job offers a 401k match, you contribute enough to get the full match. Because that match is literally free money. And it's not maybe you'll earn a return, it's a guaranteed return. If your employer matches dollar for dollar up to say 4% and you contribute 4%, you just doubled that money instantly. That's a 100% return before the market even does anything. If you're skipping the match, you're not being conservative. Your boss is basically offering you part of your paycheck and you're saying, nah, I'm good. Step 3. High interest debt. Anything over 8% is financial cancer. Now we get aggressive. Any debt over 8% interest needs to be attacked like it's financial cancer. And yes, that includes credit cards, high-interest personal loans, payday loans. Let's be brutally honest. Trying to invest while you're paying 22% on a credit card is like trying to run up an escalator that's going down. Even a great long-term stock market return, say 7 or 8%, gets obliterated by 22%. So if you've got 22% debt, the investment with the highest return is paying it off. Not sexy, not trending, but mathematically unstoppable. Step 4. The IRA, before maxing the 401k. Now we invest again, but smarter. After the match and after high-interest debt is crushed, you move to an IRA. Why does the IRA come before maxing the 401k? Because IRAs often give you more control over what you invest in, access to boring index funds with low costs, and fewer mystery meat plan fees that some workplace plans sneak in. This is where you build your set-it-and-forget-it core. Total market index funds, S&P 500 index funds, maybe a bond index fund depending on age and risk. Again, boring, and that's why it works. Step 5. The HSA, the Swiss Army knife with triple tax advantage. If you have a high-deductible health plan and you qualify for an HSA, this step is ridiculous, in the best way. An HSA is the Swiss Army knife of tax-advantaged accounts. Why? Because of the triple tax advantage. Contributions can be tax-deductible or pre-tax, growth is tax-free, and withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are tax-free. That's not a typo, that's a cheat code. And the move most people miss is you can invest HSA money instead of spending it immediately, then later reimburse yourself for medical expenses you paid out of pocket. This is one of those moments where people learn it and their jaw hits the floor. Step 6. Max out the 401k. Now we go back and max the 401k. Because at this point, your foundation is built, debt isn't bleeding you out, and you're ready to scale. The 401k is a tax shelter. It helps you hide income from Uncle Sam legally. And contribution limits are high. Your exact limit depends on year, age, and rules, but the point is it's a massive wealth-building container. Step 7. Taxable brokerage accounts. The Wild West. No special tax shelter like the IRA or 401k, but you get flexibility. This is where you invest for early retirement bridge funding, big goals before age 59 and a half, optionality. And if you want to retire early, this is often the account that gives you oxygen before you can touch retirement funds. But notice what just happened. Taxable investing, the thing everyone wants to do first, comes last in the smart order. Because if you skip the system, you don't build wealth, you build stress. Let's make this real. Meet Sarah and Michael. They both make the same income, they both want to be wealthy. Sarah follows the boring system. She grabs the employer match, kills high-interest debt, maxes the IRA and HSA, invests consistently in index funds. Michael wants the vibe of being rich first. He buys the flashy car, higher payment, higher insurance, upgrades because he deserves it. And he tells himself he'll invest later. Let's say that car choice costs him $600 a month more than a reasonable alternative. Sarah invests that same $600 a month instead into boring index funds, earning a conservative 7 to 8% long term. After 30 years, that difference isn't a little. At around 7% growth, $600 a month can turn into roughly $680,000 or more. At 8% growth, it's closer to $900,000. That's not coffee money, that's your entire retirement money. And Michael? He got leather seats and depreciation. This is opportunity cost, the silent assassin. And here's the brutal line. Lifestyle inflation is a wealth killer. Not because you can't enjoy life, because you keep upgrading your life before your money engine is built. Sarah didn't get lucky. She just didn't sabotage herself. So here's what I want you to do today. Pick the step you're on right now, step 1 through step 7, and take one action in the next 24 hours. Even if it's small, open the savings account, change the 401k contribution, list your high-interest debts, open the IRA, check if your health plan allows an HSA. Because momentum beats motivation, every time. And make sure you're subscribed because in the next videos, I'll break down exactly what to invest in inside each account. Still boring, still effective, still the stuff that actually works. Start today because 30 years from now, your future self is either going to thank you or wondering what could have been.